the bigger story. It's a bigger story than you can imagine. It's a big story about a really big God. Discover the story that shows you the character of God.
Hey there, I'm John, and I want you to look at something pretty spiff. It's my Bible. God's words right here where we can check them out anytime we need them, which, to be honest, is all the time. Now, God's story is laid out in two big sections, the Old Testament and the New Testament. They're filled with stories and wisdom that show how God wants us to live, how He wants us to reflect who He is to the world around us. Now, one awesome way to do that is by showing we can be trusted with what's expected of us. You know, taking responsibility. I've got 4 stories right here to get us moving in the right direction. We start off
In the beginning.
No, I'm serious. The very beginning? The very first chapter of Genesis, which happens to be the very first book of the Bible. Now here, God creates, well, everything. And that includes people, the first man and first woman. But God didn't make Adam and Eve to sit around and snack on coconuts and cocoa beans all day. No, He gave them a job to do. A job so big and so daring it's practically elephant-sized. Now we're going to head into the heart of the Old Testament, to the books of the 1st and 2nd Kings. Now God has been speaking to His people through a powerful prophet named Elijah. But who's gonna take over the job when Elijah's gone? God's got someone in mind, a guy named Elisha. But Elisha's just a farmer. So instead of throwing him into the deep end, God starts him off small, as Elijah's sidekick. Now we're going to slide on over to the New Testament. Here, Jesus tells some stories that help us pin down what responsibility really means. Let's take a look at Matthew 21. Jesus is confronted by some religious leaders who are better at talking the talk than walking the walk. So Jesus tells the story of a man with 2 sons. Dad asks them both to hop in and help him out. One son says yes, and the other says no. But who actually follows through? That, my friends, might surprise you. And we wrap up just 4 chapters over in Matthew 25. Here, Jesus tells another story. This time it's about a rich man with 3 servants. Now the rich man takes off on a long trip, leaving each servant some gold to take care of. Now, the first 2 guys get creative and soon business is booming. But the 3rd servant, well, he has other plans for the cash and they don't take him or the gold very far. Together, these stories remind us that showing we can be trusted opens doors, that being faithful in the small things makes way for bigger opportunities. It all adds up to responsibility. And I can't wait to see how we all follow through.